Dan stel jy my voor.
All right. How's it, everybody? We've gone live. Tertius here from South Africa coming to you from not so sunny Pretoria at the moment, but welcome. Welcome to our home. I was just saying to my co-presenter tonight, Tony, that it's not often that I invite such a big bunch of people around to my house. But make yourselves at home. Help yourself to a cup of coffee or maybe a glass of Shiraz or something like that. Settle down. Grab your notebook and prepare yourself to be informed. We are looking forward to getting some information tonight about how the changes in the bonus structure, the bonus plan at Doobly is going to be working. And without wasting any more of your time, well, firstly, I suppose I should say thanks to everybody for taking some time out and joining us this evening. And for those of you who haven't joined us, who are perhaps watching this on the replay, well, then that means we'll have been successful at getting the replay going, won't it? Well, we're going to try one or two things tonight, but without further ado, I'm going to hand you over to Tony de Guevara, who is our...
Thanks, Dan. I thought you were going to talk and I'll get my coffee now.
Yeah, you can have your coffee. So I'm going to hand over to Tony. Off you go. Over Tony.
Yes, thank you so much. Listen, guys, Tony here from South Africa. I'm super excited to be here tonight with you guys sharing. And I just want to say before we start, thank you to Tertius. I'm telling you, it's great to have business partners in your team. You know, everybody just does what they have to do. And I'm not a technical guy. I'm just a big dreamer, a visionary. And then you get people like Tertius that just says, Tony, don't worry, you can dream on, you know, go and do your dreaming, and I'll make sure that everything falls into place. And I must just say, Tertius, thank you so much. This Hangout software that you've got, and that you so professional. It looks so professional. I mean, I was looking at the invitation this morning, and I said, gee whiz, you know, we've come a long way from a few months ago where we didn't even know anything about internet marketing. And I'm looking at that page. I say, well, okay, we're looking a bit professional now. So, Tertius, once again, thank you very, very much. I really appreciate you. And we as a team, you know, we appreciate you. So, thank you very much for what you're doing for us in the team.
It's a pleasure, Tony.
Okay, so, guys, I must tell you, this is obviously amazing for me. The reason it's amazing for me is because for the past 5.5 years, I've been doing presentations all over South Africa. The only difference is that I'm still doing presentations, but I'm not doing all over South Africa. You know, I'm doing it from my house, and I'm doing it from my, you know, kitchen or sitting room or bedroom. And today I'm on my patio, and I was so cheeky enough today to invite some of my friends to come and join me. So we've got some friends just shouting in the back. Hey! Yeah, so I've got some friends over here, and you know what? I actually fed them, so I made them full, and they don't even know what they're here. I just told them, listen, come, you're gonna get some food. Just make sure you bring your credit card. So they don't even have a cooking clue what's going to be happening to them. So while I'm explaining to you guys, they're going to be listening, and then they've got two choices. They've got a choice to run away with the credit card. Or they got a choice to see the opportunity like what you guys have seen. And so yeah, so majority of you guys that are on the webinar, Tash has just given me the figures. Fantastic. We've gone maximum, and so it's nice to see guys from all over the world on the webinar. I don't actually know where everybody is, but we'll get a report afterwards. But guys, what is more important than that, I just want to congratulate every single leader that has taken up the challenge of qualifying and going for the 1st of November. So we have broken 3 SDs, 3 sales directors in our team. You know, they are John Stevens that went SD, Chanel Howell Johnson that went sales director, and Natalie Heratsides with Andrew that went sales director. So a great applause for them. Well done, guys. I'm super proud of you. And then obviously we've got a heck load of TCs. You know, it's too long of a list for me to name it, and I won't be able to name everyone. I just want to congratulate every single TC that went and qualified. Well done, guys. Super proud of you guys. And then for every single TLA, Team Leader Accelerator, the ones of you that came in at that level, guys, I want to tell you that tomorrow, when this thing goes live, you will understand what it means to have that position in your hand. And you are going to see how much money that position is going to make you. Guys, this thing is going to blow you away. You've already seen the results in your back office. I've got people in my team that's made $5,000 this last month that passed. I've got people in my team that just touching on $6,000. I've got people in my team that just did $600, you know. So we've got people that's done $600, $1,000, $5,000, $6,000. And you know what they're telling me? They say this is only the beginning. Because if this is the start, imagine what I'm going to be making next month. So guys, so wherever you are at your house, I know we've got some people that's invited friends to their house. So I just want to say hi to you guys. You guys know what I'm talking about. And then we've got people all over the world watching in. So guys, if this is the first time you're on our webinar, welcome. We are going to be doing many more of these, and you're going to do it out of your comfort from your house. So the reason why we've called this meeting tonight, or this webinar, is that I have been receiving a lot of phone calls and questions about the binary system. And it is going to be very, very crucial for you guys. We've technically got, Tashius, how many hours we still got before the closure of this? Just type for me on the screen if you can. So Tashius will let me know how many hours we still got before we physically go live with the binary.
I think it's just over 12 hours, or just on 12 hours, Tony. No,
Okay,
there's been a daylight timing change in the US as of yesterday.
Okay.
So they're now 1 hour behind where they were. Let's just have a look. It is currently 12 p.m. New York, yes, so it will be 12 hours from now.
12 hours from now. So basically, as you're watching this video now, we've got about 12 hours to qualify yourself. And I'm going to be spending a bit of time on that because it's not difficult to qualify yourself, guys. This is very, very crucial. And this makes a huge difference between being qualified and not qualified, because when a binary kicks in, there's a difference of about $20 to $40 per cycle. And when you start seeing the figures that I'm going to show you on the board, you will understand that how important it is for you to be qualified. And you still can do this, and I'm going to show you guys how we'll be doing this. If you are watching a recording of this video, it might be after the cutoff time. So there's a lot of information now that might not be of your interest, but it's very, very important for you still to watch the video, because I want you to have an understanding of what the binary plan is and how we as a team operate. So whatever I'm sharing now with you guys here, it is a team strategy, and it's not necessarily what other people are doing. I want to make clear of that. So you might see a lot of other people doing different stuff. That's not necessarily what we are doing. We have got totally different approach. We are a team-orientated leaders. We are team-operated operators. So we are totally focused on making sure that every single person and every single leader in our team gets to the maximum return, gets the maximum income, and gets to the highest possible rank that we can get you. So like I said, just make sure that you stay connected with the team. Just make sure that whenever there's a webinar on that Tashius calls out, that you are attending those webinars. So guys, the first thing that I want to be sharing with you guys is that majority of you guys, that's it. So majority of you guys came in as a TLA, and that new name from tomorrow onwards will be called the PPA, Partner Program Accelerator, something like that. So for now, and basically there is what we are going to be doing in the next 12 hours. All the SDs in our team are and obviously this is with Lawrence and Albie that we are working. Obviously we are part of the bigger team of Lawrence and Albie. So we've already Skyped last night and the previous night on the structure and the strategy that we're going to be working as a team. So as what we are going to be working with our SDs that's in the team, we are going to be structuring everybody into a specific leg. There's only 2 legs in this system, which one is what they call the team leg or the power leg, or and then the other one is what they call the money leg or the short leg in it. So basically you will fall into one of the legs, and in whatever leg you are, I want you to be very clear on this. Whatever leg you fall in, that is your power leg, okay? The team leg that we are talking about. So let's assume this is you. You've got your TLA position, and you are linked. In this case, let's talk about you're linked to Tony. So Tony has got a leg. Let's call this the common leg, which is a team leg. So in Doobly, they call it the common leg. So in the common leg, we've got the next TLA, which will be the next leader. Okay, this will be yourself. And in this leg, you got a common leg where other people will be placed below you. This might be your person, or it might be an overflow from the top, what we call spillovers. So this might be your person, or if one person from the top comes through, we are forced to place that person below you. So that's called spillovers. So you will have one leg that will be growing exponentially. Your challenge is to what we call build the money leg, the short leg. So once you start matching and putting people in your short leg, you're starting to match and making cycles. Once you start making cycles, that's when you start making money. So we'll go into detail. I just want to talk about the principle, because a lot of the people that are in our team have never been used to binaries. So it's very important to understand what is a binary. Binary means 2. So in our business currently, we've only got 2 legs. So up until now you know that we have been building multiple legs. There's some of you that's got 2 legs. There's some of you who's got 3 legs. Some of you got 5 legs. There's some of you that's more than 5 legs. So that is all falling away. And guess what? It's much easier to build 2 legs than building 3 or 5 or 10 legs. You know, ask the leader that put you in, and he will tell you. I see Tash is already thumbs up there. So guys, this is a huge change for us. The reason why we are excited, and I think that is why Lawrence, when he contacted me to get into this business opportunity, he took it very seriously, because he knew what you are going to see now, what's happening tomorrow. He knew that this was coming. Okay, so with him and the other leaders, and it's important to understand why binaries is so important. If you look at the top income earners in network marketing, 85% of them comes from a binary compensation plan, just very much like Doobly. Okay, so you are already in the best possible position, in the best possible company to make maximum income in this industry, just because of the compensation plan. So binary means 2 legs. One will always be, doesn't matter, one will always be the power leg or the common leg, as it's in your back office. Once it go live, you'll see it's called the common leg. And 95% of the time, you won't even have to worry about this leg. 95% of the time, because a lot of the spillovers will come onto this leg. So your focus obviously will be to build then your team, and that's then building the short leg. So that is in short what a binary is. So how do we start? And some of you have just started. I've got a lady that phoned me this afternoon, and she's registering under American person, actually a person from Kuwait, and she's actually just gone live, or she will be going live in the next few minutes as a TLA. So there's people that have just signed up as we are talking. They're signing up as a TLA. So what's important for you is to be qualified. So as you come in as a TLA, once you have paid your account, you are active. active. But more than that, you need to be qualified. And guys, this is so, so important. For you to make maximum return on the binaries, and we'll talk about it later again, very important, your position needs to be qualified. So how do you qualify your position in the next 12 hours? And some of us in South Africa, we're going to be sleeping the next 6 hours. So technically, some of us has only got 6 hours to go and do this. But for you to qualify, to get your active account and make it qualified for maximum return on the binaries, you need to put one person on the one leg, and you need to put another person on the second leg. Okay. Now, this people or this accounts has to be a business account, a BA, and they've got a choice. They can come in as a team member, which is less than $600, or they can come in as a TLA, which is $2,500. So, if you are just a TLA and you have not got at least 2 people, you need to go and qualify yourself. Some of you have only got 1 person that you've enrolled. Guys, don't sleep, don't waste time. You've got less than 12 hours to go and find your other person. Okay? It's going to be so worthwhile later on if I show you the figures. You will understand how crucial this is. So, even if you register tonight, you can still be qualified. And that is just by putting 2 business associates in place. They've got 2 choices to come in. They can come in less than $600, or they can come in as a $2,500. Either way, doesn't matter. Your position is qualified, and you will make binaries. 2 people. You need to go and qualify yourself. Some of you have only got 1 person that you've enrolled. Okay. It's nice if you can hear yourself.
So for the sales director, that means that's now $500 in the pot, eh?
Hey, now I'm taking someone out for dinner. Okay, guys. So very important. Where you are, make sure that you've got at least 2 business associates in place. If you've got more than that, you will be qualified on your position. Okay. So for you now to get maximum payout on the comp plan on binaries, you have to have 6 people in place, 6 business associates. Okay, you guys know that if you're part of our team, we only focus on TLAs, and I'll show you guys why. It was the best strategy that we could have gone with, and you guys are going to see the results on this when we talk about it later. But if you have got 6 people in place, if you've only got 2, let's first talk about the first 2. If you only got 2 TLAs in place, or 2 business associates, you will make 10% of the binaries. That 10% equals to $40 on the binaries. I want you guys to make a note of that. Make a mental note. So if you've got 2 people on a binaries, you're only going to make $40 per cycle. As soon as you've got 3 and 4 in place, you are going to make 15%, which is $60 on your binaries. And once you've got your 5 and 6 in place, you're going to make 20%, which is $80. And that's where you want to be. Once you have qualified yourself, you are qualified forever in Doobly. Okay? So you only have to qualify once. And once you've done the qualification, it's done. So you're going to work hard immediately. You know, put all the effort in. Whatever you need to do, make it happen. Because once you've qualified forever. Okay? So that's the principle. Obviously, if you are on only 2 people, you're on $40. You know, you need to get to $80 as soon as possible. Okay? Now, for you to be qualified to get, remember, we've got 6 positions, and the fine print says that well, you've only got 2, these 2 they do not have to refer anybody at the moment. Once you start growing, number 3 and 4 have to have 2 people. for that one to be qualified. 3 and 4 also have to have 2 people, and 5 and 6, they also have to have their 2 people. Okay, so it's very important. I want you to go back and look at your structure, look at your leaders. Those of your leaders that are underneath you and that do not have 2 people enrolled, it doesn't qualify you to earn on this level here 40, 60, and 80. Okay, so let's say you've already got there, you're earning the 40. Let's say you've got 3 and 4 in place, and this number 3 has enrolled 2 people, and number 4 has only enrolled 1 person. You are not qualified to earn the $60. You are still qualified to earn $40. If you want to earn $60, this number 4 has to have 2 enrollments. Okay? Very, very crucial. Once you've set it up, once you've helped them, they will be qualified, and it also obviously qualifies you guys. Okay? Same principle here. If you've got 6 people, and all of them have enrolled 2, this number 5 has enrolled 2 people, and 6 has not enrolled any people, then you are still not qualified to earn 80. You'll only be earning 60 until you help number 6 to get these 2 people. He will be qualified. That will qualify. Remember, once again, like I said, once you've qualified forever. So it's a thing that you need to get your mind around. You need to look at the structure. Very, very important. Go back to the video, look it over and over again, because I'm repeating a lot of stuff so that you guys are very sure about this. Once again, just go back to your structure. You've got enough. There's no time limitation. There's no cut-off day. The sooner you get this structure right in your organization, the quicker you're going to get to $80. Okay. Now, why is it so important for us to be fully qualified in Doobly? Tomorrow, when we go live with the binary, and there will still be people that are enrolling today. Listen to me, guys. There are still going to be people that are enrolling today that's going to have hundreds of people below them just because of the compression. Okay, so the quicker you can get your people to sign up. Remember, we might be in South Africa, but the Americans are still working. You know, they are going to still be signing up hundreds of people before the thing goes live. So the sooner you open your account, the sooner with the compression you might have a bit of spillover from what's coming from the top. Okay, so it's never too late, and there's no how can I say this nicely? If you don't do it today, it's fine. You know, do it next week or do it the next month. But the quicker you do it, the quicker you start making money. There's people in our team that started 4 weeks ago that have slashed $6,000. And if they didn't start 4 weeks ago, they wouldn't have made that $6,000 today. Okay? So, what happens now with the compression? Okay? You're going to have, which we call the common leg, and you're going to have an inside leg or the money leg. So, once you come in as a TLA, and you've got a TLA below you, a TLA, Doobly for this month only, up until the end of November, is giving 4,000 points for this position. And I'll show you now why the points are important. Okay? So they've got a TLA which might have come from the top, okay? And you have enrolled your own TLA. So this one came from the top. And this one that you've got here is your personal one that you've put in, which is also worth 4,000 points. Okay, so you have got one personal enrollment on the one leg, and you have got another enrollment, your own, on the other leg, which qualifies you for 400 points. 4,000 points. So a cycle in Doobly, every cycle in Doobly is worth 400 points. So 400 goes in 4,000 10 times. There's an imaginary line here in the middle. So in this, you've got a left and you've got a right. Currently on this side, you've got 8,000 points. And on this side, you've got 4,000 points. So what does it do? What does a system do? The system is always checking to see if they can cycle points away. Every time they can cycle points away, you get paid money. So 400 goes in 4,000 10 times. So you are going to cycle 10 times. And how many dollars are you going to cycle here? You've only enrolled 2 people, so you qualified for 10%. 10% of 4, so 1 point in doubly is worth $1. So $400 gives you 400 points. 10%, 10%, because you've only got 2 people that you've personally enrolled, gives you $40. So 1 cycle here for you is worth $400. Okay? Now what happens? Once you've cycled, you get $400 in your back office. This immediately goes to 0, and they deduct 4,000 here, and you are stayed with 4,000. So now you're going to get another person that wants to come in. You're enrolling another person. Where are you going to put that person? Are you going to put the person on the common leg or on the inside leg? Exactly. Okay. That's why it's nice to have friends at home. So then you're not talking to yourself. Okay. And I'm glad you guys, even my guests are understanding this. I'm doing okay job. I'm doing okay job here. So I'm doing great. Thank you. So your next person that you have to enroll has to go into the short leg, because this is where you short the points. So you're going to put another TLA in here. TLA. They pay the $2,500. They are in. They start building the business. Once again, you get another. Oh, okay. Now, once you sign in the TLA, your points is 2,000 dashes. I hope I'm right. Is it 2,240? Something like that. It's 2,420. Sorry, 2,475 dollars.
Yeah.
How much is it, dashes?
Yeah, you're asking me. You're doing the presenting. You know.
I think to help you. But anyway, you're going to get
2,400 rand. Dollars.
2,400. Okay, 2,000. So it's 2,400. I'm speaking on the correction. I think it's 2,475. It's 1 point for every dollar that you are spending. That's easy. So, how many times does 400 go into 2,400? Dashes, help me out here. 7 times. Yeah. 2,100. Am I right? 6 times. How many times? 6 times. No, 7. No, 6. 6. So 6 times 4? 2,400. Am I right? Okay. That's deducted. I'm staying with 75 points left. And I get deducted from here 2,400. So I'm left with 1,600 points on the other leg. And I cycled how many times? 6 times. 6 times. 4. Yeah. So I cycled 6 times. So 6 times 40? $240. Yeah, so $240 you will get. So just take every time 400 and then divide by whatever points you've got, and that's how many cycles you will get. Now, you've enrolled 2 people on the left, and you've got 1 personal enrollment on the right. So you've got 1 that came from the top. You've got your first one. You've got your second one, and you've got your third one. So you are still currently on 10%, which is the $40. Okay. So once you now start putting the second person, the third person in, fourth person, where are you going to put him in? Do not put him on that leg. Although it's the shortest leg, you've got 75 points here, 75 points there, and this side you've got 1,600. You need to qualify yourself. So make sure then that you put your fourth person in here, so that you can go up from 10% to 20%. Once you've hit 20%, you now start making $60. Okay? And as the points are growing in your team, you are cycling every day. Now you can cycle, guys, you can cycle many times a day. And I was privileged enough to see in a previous business that we were involved in the beginning of the year. At that time, I had an upline from Portugal, and we were in Las Vegas. And that night, he called me in and he said, listen, I want to show you something. And at that time, the maximum binaries that that company was allowed to pay out per day was $12,500. And he, on one day, made $12,500 just in binaries. Okay? I must tell you that he had been building his business. It already gone more than a year, and he had thousands and thousands of people in his team. And as the binaries are, as people are enrolling, either on the left or on the right-hand side, they are creating volume. And as they are creating volume, you, as the leader here on top, are closing the binaries. 85% of my income over this past 14 months has just come from binaries, guys. 85% of my income. This is huge. If you can understand this, you are going to make a lot of money in Doobly. Just make sure that you build it correctly. Okay. So once you've got your 4, 3, and 4 in, obviously your focus is to get your 5 and 6. Once you're in 5 and 6, sorry, it was not 20%, it was 15%, which is a $60. 5 and 6 gives you 20%. Okay. Now, some of you, when you open your back office tomorrow morning, is going to have a heart attack, because you are going to have a massive leg, and there's going to be thousands and thousands of points in your common leg. In your common leg, you are going to sit. There's some of you, and you know who you are because I spoke to you over the phone today. There's some of you who's going to be sitting with 60, 70, 80,000 points by tomorrow morning when this thing goes live. Some of you are going to sit with 10,000 points. Now, Doobly gives every TLA that came into your structure by tomorrow 4,000 points. They call it use it or lose it. So you will have these points in your back office until the end of this month. If you do not cycle them, let's say you are sitting with 20,000 points on your common leg. If you do not go and build your short leg, your money leg, and you do not go and put in the TLAs, or they call it our PPAs, go keep on enrolling the PPAs. Because for every PPA that you put in, you're going to get, I don't know, 2,475, I think, something like that. Whatever points you get. So the more PPAs you put in, the more quicker you start building your business over the next 3 weeks. You are going to cycle every single time. And the maximum that Doobly can pay out on a weekly basis, guys, on a weekly basis, the maximum that they can pay out is $25,000. There are some of you that are listening to me now that is going to hit that in 1 week. I know your business. I know your structure. You are going to make that in the next 7 days. Christmas came early this year. Okay? But that is the rewards that you got because you've been working this past 7 weeks, 8 weeks, guys. Do you understand? You've already made your money, and because you've built a team, you are being compensated for that. Okay? So those of you that came in at the beginning, can you understand why we are so grateful? Why we do not worry about money anymore? Okay? This is one of the most powerful compensation plan that you will ever have. Okay? The only thing that kept me back when I started this industry in internet marketing 14 months ago, 13 months ago, the only thing that kept me back was my own fears. Do you know, because I was very scared to start moving over. I was already comfortable with where I was, and it was a very, very difficult thing for me to start moving over and go and look for better things or a higher compensation plan. So obviously, I had things to sort out in my brain. But you know what kept me back? Was my own fears, guys. The compensation plan works. This company is solid. Our work is to go and link thousands and thousands and thousands of customers to Dubli. And on the 9th of November, when this rotator goes live, all of you, as long as you do the activity every day, half an hour a day activity, you are going to be, customers are going to be linked to you. Hundreds and hundreds, thousands and thousands of customers. And as those customers spend money on the internet and they get their cash back, you are going to get 25% of their cash back, and that's your passive income. Guys, do not listen to the hearsayers out there. Do not listen to people that are pulling you away from your dreams. I know some of you have taken huge steps, guys, huge steps to start with us and our team. I'm super grateful for you guys. Super grateful. I know what you guys have gone through. There's some of you that are listening to me that did not have the $2,500, but you still opened your account. You still made a plan. There's some of you that are being challenged on why you started this business. I respect you. I respect you for taking a stand. I respect you for taking a decision to start changing your life. That is why I have got the utmost respect for every single person in my team, guys. Because every one of us has gone over its own obstacle, has gone over its own hurdles. A lot of us has lost money, okay? But we are still stuck to each other. We are still supporting each other. We are still working with each other. And those that are working with each other, like a team, you cannot break this team, guys. And this team is only going to go bigger and grow bigger and bigger. Look what has happened this past 6 weeks. It's gone crazy, guys. It's gone crazy. You know what you've got in your hands. You know that this is the golden opportunity. Wait until the compensation plan starts kicking in with the binaries. You are going to be phoning me. I'm waiting for your phone call. I'm waiting for your phone call to tell me, Tony, I knew it was going to be good. Or I didn't knew it was going to be this good. But this binaries that's paying out, I can understand why you can't sleep when you start thinking about these figures. Guys, to start earning $25,000 a week with this, some of you are not going to get it maybe in the first or second week or the first one or second month, but I'm telling you, if you stick with us and if you build a team, within a few months, you're going to be starting to max only the one comp plan, only the one commission, which is the bond. There are still other commissions in Dubli. Only this one commission, $25,000 a week is $100,000 a month, guys. I don't know where you are staying, but here in South Africa, $100,000 in South Africa is more than $1 million. Do you know what I do with $1 million in South Africa? I change a lot of people's lives. Okay, I change a lot of people's lives with $100,000, $1 million a month. I change a lot of people's lives.
Tony, sorry for jumping in there on you, and I don't want to rain on your parade, but there's a couple of questions that are coming in, I think, that are relevant for us, for the whole group. The one specific one that's come from 2 or 3 people is that for people who have signed up at the moment and do not yet qualify, Are they going to miss out on the binary placements as it goes live tomorrow? Or is there still a chance for them? What can you just give us a distinguish for us between getting yourself qualified by tomorrow morning and maybe joining up after tomorrow morning, or just those scenarios?
Yeah. If you sign up still today, listen to me. If you still sign up today, this is you. You're signing up right after this webinar. Right after this webinar, you go back to the person that told you to come and listen, and you tell them to sign up. Now, I'm talking to you. If you sign up right now, and let's say you came in as a team member. You came in on the less, so it cost you less than $600. Once you paid, you are active, an active business associate. For you to get the benefit, and I'll tell you what do you lose and what you do not get if you are not qualified. For you to qualify, obviously you have to, within the next 6 or 12 hours before the deadline, enroll another 2 people. They can also come in as a TM. They can also come as a TM. Now, as soon as you are in, with the compression of the binary structure, you are going to go into a leg. And in whatever leg you are for, that's where you're going to be. You're part of the team. You might, I can't say guarantee you're going to 1,000 people. You might get a few people, maybe 10, maybe 20, maybe 50, I don't know, as the compression happens. And they are pushing all the people all over the world that's in Dublin into 2 legs. There might be a chance that there is some spillover below you. Might be. Let's say there's 10 people. And let's say some of these people that came in are TLAs. Remember now, when there's a TLA below you, it's worth 4,000 points. Now, if you are not qualified, you cannot cycle the 400 points. If you've got 4,000 points here, so if you are not, and this is very important, guys, if you are not qualified, you might see all the points below you, but you will phone me and say, listen, I'm not paying out. They're not paying out my binaries. So that means that you are not qualified because you did not activate, you did not put 2 people in place. Okay, so it's very, very important tonight, guys, very, very important that just get qualified. Just make sure that you have got 2 people in place. Go and look at your structure. A lot of you are already qualified, but some of you are still not qualified. So just make sure that you are qualified. The only difference is you will be in the legs. So you will not be, once you've paid and you are active, you are in the binary. The only people that's going to be excluded from this restructuring are the people that have registered with Doobly, but have not paid their accounts. So those after tomorrow will be excluded from you won't be seeing them anymore. So very important, even if you've still got some people in your business that haven't paid, make sure they get paid up to this position so they can come and slot into the binary. So everybody will be slotted into the binary, but not everybody will make binary recycling if you are not qualified. Tasha, does that explain it? Is it clear?
Yeah, I think so, Tony. Yeah. I think that does explain it quite a bit. I know some people have been saying, well, I'm going to be coming in with the structure. I'm a business builder. Is it worth my while trying to get jump in now, or should I just wait to see where this whole thing goes? But I think you've made it clear now that people that have registered but they haven't paid, those are the ones that risk falling out of the bus. Because from tomorrow going forwards, this is the way that Doobly is going to work. And going forward, it won't really matter whether you qualified by 7 a.m. tomorrow morning or not. But if you do, that will put you in a better position to benefit from the overflow. which is something that I wasn't clear on, because from what I read, those positions were actually fixed on Friday. So, but yeah, going forward then, as I understand you, as people join up, they will need to qualify before they can cycle on the binaries. Even though the points will be there, they won't be able to benefit from those cycles if they haven't got a personal enrollment either left and right, which will be your first step qualification. And then your second step qualification will be person number 4 is also qualified, so that they can step up to the $60 cycle. So yeah, I think it's just there was a slight difference between what's going to happen today and how is that going to be different from how things are going to happen from tomorrow onwards.
Okay, I just want to rectify myself. I made a mistake by saying that obviously in the next 12 hours, 11 hours, the cutoff time happens, and then the compression starts. Now the compression is not going to. Sorry, that's what I want to rectify. It's not going to show us tomorrow. The compression, our 2-leg structures, is only going to go live on the 9th of November. So I'm not sure if it's the 9th or the day, if it's the beginning of the 9th or the end of the 9th of November. So it might, what day does the 9th fall, Tertius? Is that a Sunday?
Yeah. Goodness knows, I'm not sure.
Yeah, so Sunday. So Sunday, I'm assuming I am here to be corrected. I am assuming it's the end of the 9th, because then Monday is a new week. So this thing will go physically live if you go after midnight, 12 o'clock Central American time or whatever time when the country you are. So most probably Monday morning next week when you wake up, you are going to see your 2-leg structures, and obviously you're going to see your binary compensation commission that's already been paid up, because you will have by default 2 legs, a common leg and your own team, and obviously you'll be getting your binaries. Now your binaries will be paid out on a weekly basis. So whatever happens this week, and we're still not too clear if it's going to be on that specific end of the week, but usually it's whatever happens this week is paid next week. So you start getting into a cycle of weekly money. Now this kind of income is why a lot of people are doing this industry or doing this kind of business full time. Okay, because we are being paid for our work. Does it make sense? We are being paid for our activity, and we're being paid immediately. So whatever activity you are doing, you are getting paid. If you do not do activity, if you do not build your team, you might not be growing so quickly, and you might not be closing those binaries. Okay, you might have a leg, very, very important. You might have a leg that is growing unlimited from 20,000 points to 30 to 40, and you are not doing anything on a money leg. Guess what? Then you are not going to be closing any binaries. So this is not a quick get rich scheme. This is a work. This is an opportunity. This is a business where you get in, you start working, but for the work you do, you're going to get well compensated, guys. So the guy that works this business is going to make a lot of money. If you do not work this business, guess what? You're going to make small money. Okay? It's a fair business, guys. It's a fair business. And once again, you know, very, very important. I always tell all my leaders, this position here is you. Who does this whole organization belongs to? Belongs to you. You are responsible for any and everything that happens below you. You are responsible. So do not do what I did 13 months ago. I phoned my upline. I said, listen, when are you starting to put people in my business? My upline says, why are you phoning me? This is your business. Go and work. I was very embarrassed. Trust me. So do not wait for your upline, guys. Do not wait for upline to put people in your business. Be grateful. if they do. Okay? Work with your upline. Communicate with your upline. You know, get on the calls. Make sure that you are talking to the upline. Because if you're talking to the upline, your upline is seeing that, okay, you're working with me. And if I'm seeing a team that's working, then guess where the focus is going to go? So the focus is going to go where the team is. So guys, do not wait for your upline. Everything below this that belongs to you is your responsibility. So go out there and work. Tashes, we've got another 10 minutes. Any other questions that came in?
Tony, yeah, one other one that did come in, and I don't know whether you want to tackle it. It might be it might take a bit long, but the question is, if you have already enrolled a few people, let's say you've enrolled 5 or 6 people, does the system automatically put one on the left and one on the right to qualify you, or do you have to qualify yourself after the compression?
Okay, that's a very good question. Only sales directors and above. So currently, it's only myself, Natalie, and Chanel that are, because we qualified as a sales director, that can manipulate the system and put certain people in certain legs. But we've only got the next 12 hours to put that in place. Just like Lawrence and Albie, and obviously we are in communication with them, and we are all plugged into the same strategy. So we're still finalizing everybody, and we're still making sure that the people are going to wherever legs they must go, and we're trying to keep the groups together. But if you're a TLA or you're a TC and you've got a team below you, you can't place people. The system will place the people for you. So how does the system place it? This is you. Okay, you've got the common leg, and you have got the money leg. So the system will qualify the first person into the common leg. Personal enrollment number 2 will go into the money leg. Personal enrollment number 3 will go into the money leg. Okay? So if you've only enrolled 3 people, this is how your structure is going to look. If you enrolled 4 people, so 4th goes into the common leg. 5 and 6 will go into the money leg. And 7, if you had a 7th person, will go into your common leg again. So it's ratio 1 to 2. 1 common leg, 2 to the money leg. The reason why the system is only allocating 1 at a time into your common leg is because your common leg is being fed from the top. So by default, 90% of the time, your power leg is going to outrun you. And you are going to work very hard to keep by, to keep up. The more you can keep up, the more binaries you are making. Tashius, thank you.
Yeah, I think that's it. Not any other questions that I haven't been able to answer in the text box. I think something that is important for us to mention is that if you've invited people to this webinar tonight, get back to them. And if you're attending and you've got questions, get back to the person who invited you. We will not be marketing to you on this list. So the people that have signed up, we won't be sending you emails. We won't be. We might invite you to another webinar, but we will not be selling to this list. And so if you have invited people here and you perhaps want their contact details, you're welcome to get hold of me. I'll share those details with you. I will not be circulating everybody's details. There are some issues with that. So if you've got people phone me and say, listen, I had Peter and John and Mary attend, and I'd like their contact details. Will you share those with me? I will do that, no problem. But just for the leaders out there to know that for us to maintain the integrity of the system, and it's very important for us to do that we don't want to step on people's toes. Yes, people will follow the leaders that they find attraction to, but as you've seen now from this presentation, this whole business is not built around individuals. This system is not going to reward you for building a huge front line. It's going to reward you for building a team. And even if that means going a second layer, third layer, fourth layer down to help those guys get themselves qualified on the first level, second level, third level. That's the name of the game. So in fact, what we've been doing in the last week or two, running up to 1st of November, to try and get as many people to SD as possible, is actually still very much part of the strategy going forward, where we will be helping our team members, unlike a lot of other businesses. And that's why, you know, Tony always makes a distinction, and he talks about business partners. I think that's one of the things that's made this very different. We don't have cross lines and down lines and up lines and goodness knows what. Now, I can't talk to you because you're in Peter's line, and I'm not allowed to talk to Peter's line. It doesn't work that way. We're all part of the same team, and I'm a firm believer that every one of us has a unique value to add to the business. So, yeah, get out there and make it happen, eh? This is a huge opportunity for us. I think there's one question that's just come in, Tony. What happens if you're for example, a TC and or a TLA, and you've got higher ranking people below you? I'm presuming those points will still count towards your cycling, but you won't be able to cycle them unless you're qualified. I'll just hand over to you to wrap up on that one, and then I think we must wrap it up and keep it below the hour.
So if you, that's a very good question, by the way. That is a very good question. You are a TLA, you're a TC, and one of your leaders below you is an SD. That's and you sponsored him. So an SD, listen to this, guys. An SD comes in with 20,000 points. Can you see how grateful you should be because you sponsored this guy and he went crazy and he built a team? He gave you now 20,000 points. You just have to go and make sure that you can cycle all these points up before the end of the month. Because whatever you can't use this month, the system is going to reset to 0. And then from next month onwards, it starts with 1. And then we are not losing the points. There is no expiring date. From next month, December, whatever happens in your team, it will stay on your points until you recycle them. Okay. Now, guys, I'm going to end off. We've got 3 minutes left. This is the month. If you thought we worked hard until the 1st of November, we haven't even started yet. Because this month is the month that you're going to make the most money ever, guys, ever. In your short time period, if you can strategize and you can do enrollments this month, as many as possible, you are going to have Christmas before Christmas. And instead of chicken, you're going to eat turkey. So guys, go for this month. Whatever you'll see, trust me, whatever you do this month, you are going to have a big, fat check that's going to be paying out to you. And it's coming in the right month, Ashes, because the next month is December. It's going to be festive season. And we don't have to eat cold meats, you know. We can have proper Christmas, you know. So, guys, this is the month. If you thought you've done all the enrollments, you haven't done anything yet. Go and work this month. You'll make a lot of money. Okay. So, guys, look out for the next webinar, whenever that might be. We do not plan this. This is on spur of the moment. It all depends what's coming on the team, what kind of questions we are getting. So we are not, this is not pre-planned for a specific date. So we listen to our leaders, and when they say they want the next webinar, I definitely want to do a next webinar, Tertius, maybe with this SDs, you know, with Chanel and Natalie and some of the TCs. So maybe we start scheduling that. But guys, you know, myself and Natalie and some of the other leaders, we're flying in 2 days' time to America. We're going to San Diego, and we're going to be at the launch of WUCAR. It's the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday coming this week. So be on the lookout for our emails. Please go to our Facebooks. Go to my Facebooks. I will be updating. I'm going to take thousands of pictures and thousands of videos. well, not thousand, but I'm going to make sure that everybody knows that we are there, guys. Trust me. You haven't seen Tony yet. We are going to make sure that everybody knows that we are there. So go onto Facebook, start following us. We're going to make sure that you get all the information as fast as we get. I'm not going there on a holiday. We're going to be 3 weeks in America because we've got the WUCAR convention launch, and then we're going to another convention, and then we're going to a network marketing pro conference in Las Vegas. So it's 3 weeks. But it's not a holiday, guys. We are working. And as I'm working there, you guys are going to check below on your legs. I'm going to be signing up people. So do not let me outperform you guys in that. Even if I'm American, it will be embarrassing, you know. So, guys, Tertius, thank you very much once again. I just want to end off by saying I am super grateful to every single one of you guys in this team. Guys, we are going to change the face of network marketing. You guys are going to, there's big announcements that I'm coming back with America. One of my business partners have lined up a meeting with one of the top networkers with me in Las Vegas. And that meeting is already confirmed. We are coming back. I'm going in negotiations there. So we are coming back with major news, guys. The people that were laughing at you, the people that are putting fear into you, the people that are trying to keep you away from this, you're going to be smiling, guys. We are just going to change everybody in our team's lives. We're going to change our families' lives, and we're going to do it as a team. And because we are a team, we will succeed. Yeah. So, guys, be blessed. I am super grateful for you guys. Thank you so much for what you guys are doing in the team. Thank you so much for what you guys are meaning for the new people and the value that you're adding to this team. And so thank you. Tertius, will you end off for us, please?
Yeah, thanks very much, Tony. Yes, once again, thank you very much for everyone who's attended. And if you're watching this on a video, welcome. Get hold of us, contact us. This relationship is a proper one. Connect with us on Facebook. We are real people. We make mistakes. We make a lot of successes. But just one thing, Tony, I'd like to ask people out there if there's any interest in attending a place where we broadcast or have a video session of the San Diego event here in Pretoria. I am looking at the possibility of putting that together. Not quite sure how the time zones are going to work with all the events, but if people can get hold of me and tell me, yes, I'm interested, would like to support that. I'm planning on buying my virtual ticket anyway. The question is just, will I be setting up the office to watch it there with a bunch of other people, or will I be doing it at home? So yeah, that's from our side, and to you and all the rest of the team, Lawrence, Albie, the rest of the leaders will be going to San Diego. You guys must enjoy that, rock and roll. And as you say, bring back the goods. We're looking forward to it. That's us, ladies and gents. Tertius here from lovely South Africa. Sunny day we had today, first of the summer rains, and want to see you on the other side. God bless. Goodbye.
Thank you.